In our video on Synergy Worldwide's dual linear megamatch compensation plan, we briefly mentioned bank volume. This video will help you understand what bank volume is and how it benefits your Synergy business. To better understand the power of bank volume, you should also watch our video on proper sponsoring and placement techniques. Without getting into details in this video, proper sponsoring and placement techniques will help new distributors keep their left and right sides balanced so that bank volume becomes an asset to the growth of their Synergy business. Now, to help you understand bank volume, we would suggest getting out an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and either a pen or pencil. The first thing that we want you to do is at the top of your paper, about 1 inch down and centered between your left and right edges, is to draw a circle the size of a quarter. Inside this circle, write the word U, Y-O-U. Now to the left of this circle, about 1 inch over and 1 inch down, draw another circle the size of a quarter. Inside this circle, we want you to write left side. Now to the right of the center circle, about 1 inch over and 1 inch down, draw another circle the size of a quarter. Inside this circle, we want you to write right side. To help you visually, underneath your center circle, draw a straight line down to the bottom edge of your paper, effectively dividing your paper into two sides, a left side and a right side. Whether you join Synergy Worldwide with one tracking center or 3 tracking centers, and no matter how large your Synergy organization grows over time, this simple drawing represents your Synergy business. You're in the top circle, and everyone you sponsor and everyone they sponsor will be either in your left or right side. Now, there are some important things to remember. First, there is no cap to the depth of your organization. Either side or both sides can grow as deep as possible based on people continuing to sponsor. Second, there are no breakaways. In some compensation plans, when those you sponsor reach certain levels, they break away from you and you lose their volume. Not so in Synergy Worldwide. People underneath you can grow as large as possible and they still remain in your Synergy organization, as well as all the volume that is being created. As long as you maintain an active auto ship, you never have to worry about losing your organization. Now let's understand some terminology. Tracking center. Your Synergy organization revolves around you and Tracking Center 1. So inside the circle that you've written the word U, also write TC1 for Tracking Center 1. Organizational volume. As your left and right sides grow, with new distributors, they purchase products either for personal use and or to sell to others. This will create organizational volume. Because Synergy operates in 28 different countries, there are multiple monetary systems. To create a common platform for everyone, Synergy assigns a commissionable volume, or CV, to every product. For example, one canister of ProArginine Plus is assigned 60 CV, or commissionable volume. Whether it's sold in the United States or any other country, that assigned volume would be added to your organizational volume. Depending upon where that distributor is in your organization, that volume would show up on either your left side or your right side. Basic commissions. As your Synergy organization grows and matures through sponsoring new distributors, and as they move product to create organizational volume, the side with the smallest amount of volume at the end of the month will be called your lesser leg or weak leg. Synergy pays up to 10% commissions minus any adjustments they make. For illustration purposes, we're going to use 7% to figure basic commissions. For example, in your drawing underneath the circle right side, write 1,000 CV. Now, the common mistake that many distributors make is they only develop one side of their organization. If you have 1,000 CV on your right side and 0 CV on your left side, then no basic commissions can be earned because your left side is your weak leg and 7% times 0 CV is 0. In today's presentation, we're going to show you how to prevent this from happening. Now, underneath the circle on your left, write 500 CV. Let's say you learn how to apply the sponsoring and placement techniques we teach, and your left side has 500 CV and your right side has 1000 CV. This means your left side is your weak leg, and you would receive a basic commission of $35. 500 CV times 7% equals $35. To receive this basic commission, you would also need to have met the minimum CV or commissional volume on your Tracking Center 1. Synergy has several options for this, but we're only going to focus on 2 of them and recommend one for future growth. In option 1, you would set up a monthly auto ship for at least 100 CV on your Tracking Center 1. In option number 2, you would set up a monthly auto ship of at least 150 CV on your Tracking Center 1. When looking at best practices, option 1 would be the minimum, and option 2 would be the best option to guarantee that you would qualify for all the various compensation opportunities that Synergy Worldwide offers. By meeting this qualification, 2 important items happen. First, you qualify to receive basic commissions, mega matches, and leadership bonuses. Second, you qualify to have your organizational volume in your strong leg banked for you, or what's called banked volume. Let's go back to our drawing. You have 500 CV on your left, and you have 1000 CV on your right. You're fully qualified because you have a monthly auto ship set up on your Tracking Center 1 for at least 100 CV. Synergy pays you a basic commission of $35 on your weak leg volume of 500 CV. The difference between your weak leg volume and strong leg volume is also 500 CV. 1000 CV on your right leg minus the 500 CV from your weak leg equals 500 CV. Synergy Worldwide will bank this volume so that if your legs flip in the future and your right side becomes your weak leg, Synergy will use this banked volume to pay you additional basic commissions. Not only are you increasing your basic commission, but your sponsor will benefit by seeing their mega match on your basic commission also increase. So let's talk about mega matches, for this is where you can really impact your residual income stream from Synergy Worldwide. When you sponsor a new distributor, Synergy Worldwide will reward you with a dollar-for-dollar match on the basic commission of your new distributor, as long as you're both properly qualified with an auto ship on your Tracking Center 1. So let's go back to our 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Underneath the circle left side, I want you to draw a circle the size of a dime, and inside write Sue. Underneath Sue's circle, I want you to draw 2 more circles. One to the left of Sue, and inside this circle write 1000 CV. In the circle to the right of Sue, I want you to write 3000 CV. This means that Sue's left side is her weak leg with 1000 CV. At 7%, Sue would earn a $70 basic commission. If you're Sue's sponsor, then you would earn a mega match on Sue's basic commission, a dollar-for-dollar match, which in this case would be $70. Now, Sue could be on either your left side or your right side. It doesn't matter. As long as you're both qualified with the proper auto ship on your Tracking Center 1, when Sue earns a basic commission, you mega match her basic commission dollar for dollar. The more people you personally sponsor, the more people you can potentially earn a mega match on. Sponsor 10 people and you can earn a potential of 10 mega matches. Sponsor 100 people and you can earn a potential of 100 mega matches. So the key to your success is helping those you sponsor be successful, giving them the support they need to help them grow their Synergy business, helping them use the training programs and resource tools we've created and Synergy Worldwide has created to acquire customers and attract business builders. And if you teach this in the context of the Elite Honors program, it will make a huge difference in your organizational volume, leading to higher basic commissions and mega matches. Now let's go back and look at bank volume and why this is important to you and those you sponsor. Again, let's look at Sue, who is on your left side. Both her left and right sides have organizational volume. All of Sue's organizational volume is on your left side, with 1,000 on her left side and 3,000 on her right side, for a total of 4,000 CV. And she was on a monthly auto ship for 100 CV. Plus you had 500 CV on your left side from other team members. Now your left side has a total of 4,600 CV, and let's say that your right side remained at 1,000 CV. Your weak leg is no longer your left side. Your right side is now become your weak leg because it has the smallest amount of organizational volume. At 1,000 CV, your basic commission would have been $70. However, because you have 500 CV in bank volume on your right side, Synergy Worldwide will add this amount to your 1,000 CV and pay you basic commission on 1,500 CV instead of the 1,000. This means your basic commission would be $105 instead of just $70. And your sponsor would mega match this $105 instead of mega matching just $70. Everyone benefits from the bank volume. Additionally, you just created 3,100 CV in bank volume on your left side. This amount was 4,600 CV minus 1,500 CV from your right side, which equals 3,100 CV. This bank volume will be available to you for basic commissions if you grow your right side to be larger than your left side. This is why having a sponsoring and placement technique is so important. It will help you maximize the potential to take full advantage of bank volume, and it will help your left and right sides grow more effectively so that you can take full advantage of Synergy's compensation plan. Without going into detail about proper sponsoring and placement, let's show you one more example of how bank volume can help you and those you sponsor. Here's you and your Tracking Center 1, and you're fully qualified with an auto ship of 150 CV. The first person you sponsor is Joe, and he joins with an activation order of 150 CV. You would place Joe on the outside of your left leg, and he would represent 150 CV of organizational volume. The second person you sponsor is Fred, and he joins with an activation order of 300 CV. You would place Fred on the outside of your right leg, and he would represent 300 CV of organizational volume. The third person you sponsor is Wilma, and she joins with an activation order of 300 CV. Since your left leg is your weak leg, you would place Wilma on the outside of your weak leg, or in this case the outside of your left leg. Now your left leg has 450 CV and it's your strong leg. The month ends and Synergy pays you your basic commission on your weak leg, which in this case is your right side, since it has 300 CV. 7% of 300 CV is $21 in basic commission, which your sponsor will mega match. And the difference between 450 CV on your left side and 300 CV on your right side is 150 CV, which Synergy holds as bank volume for potential basic commissions in the future. In the following month, everyone you originally sponsored is on the auto ship program for 150 CV. Joe's not active, but Wilma is sponsoring people, and Fred is sponsoring people, and you're sponsoring people. If everyone is applying our recommended sponsoring and placement techniques, then let's see how your efforts combined with Wilma and Fred all work together. Let's say you sponsor Barney first. Since your right side has 150 CV and your left side has 300 CV, you would sponsor Barney on the outside of your right leg. Barney comes in with an activation order of 300 CV. This makes your right side your strong leg now at 450. It also makes the right side of Fred his strong leg. Fred sponsors Bob. Where is Fred going to place Bob? On the outside of Fred's weak leg. At this time, it's his left leg. Bob comes in with an activation order of 300 CV. Now your right side has grown to 750 CV, and it's still your strong leg. You're ready to sponsor your second person for the month. Her name is Jean, and she comes in with an activation order of 300. Where should you place Jean? According to the placement techniques we teach, the second person you sponsor goes on the outside of your strong leg. Thus you would sponsor Jean on the outside of your right or strong leg. This would increase your right side to 1,050 in organizational volume. You're on a roll, and Judy is ready to join you in Synergy Worldwide. Judy is the third person that you're sponsoring, and so you're going to place Judy on the outside of your weak leg. At this point, it would be outside of your left leg underneath Wilma. Now, Wilma kicks into gear, and she sponsors 3 people in a row, Tom, David, and Philip, and they all come in with an activation order of 150 CV. Using our placement guidelines, Wilma would sponsor Tom on the outside of her weak leg or right leg. Wilma would sponsor David on the outside of her strong or left leg, and Wilma would sponsor Philip on the outside of her weak or right leg. And Fred is also continuing to sponsor. He wants to meet the goal of sponsoring 3 people. He has 2 more people he brings into the business, and they each come in with activation orders of 300 CV. The second person Fred sponsors is Carol, and she goes on the outside of his strong leg, which for now is his right leg. The third person Fred sponsors is Kathy, so she'll go on the outside of his weak leg, which for now is his left leg. We come to the end of the month, and your right leg is your strong leg with 1,650 CV, and your left leg has 1,050. Plus, you have bank volume on your left side of 150 CV. So Synergy Worldwide will pay you a basic commission on 1,200 CV instead of just the 1,050. At 7%, your basic commission is $84, which your sponsor Mega Matches. Plus, you just created 450 CV of bank volume on your right side, which means if your left side becomes your strong side next month, you'll be able to tap into your bank volume for additional basic commission, which also increases your sponsor's Mega Match. Now, you originally sponsored Joe, Fred, and Wilma. Joe didn't do anything for the month and has a weak leg with 0 CV, no basic commissions. Wilma has 300 CV in her weak or right leg, so she earns a basic commission of $21, which you Mega Match. Fred has 600 CV in his weak leg, which is his left leg, and he earns $42 in basic commission, which you Mega Match. In addition to your basic commission of $84, you earned an additional $63 in Mega Matches. Everyone wins as you help maximize the potential for basic commissions and Mega Matches on those you've sponsored. Plus, you've positioned yourself and those underneath you to harness the potential of bank volume, which can increase everyone's basic commissions as well as increase the Mega Matches on those they've personally sponsored. This is powerful. So powerful that we would recommend watching our short video on proper sponsoring and placement techniques so that you can take full advantage of bank volume. If you have any questions, then please talk with the person who showed you this information. They can help answer your questions. If they're not available or you need additional help and you're part of our Synergy family, then please contact Dan Hammer at 1-800-966-3012. Remember, our Synergy family's mission statement is blessing lives with better health as we build a vibrant network marketing business.